As Minister, you've put a lot of work into developing Ecuador's energy policy and taking into account the environment, of course. What's the big picture?
Ecuador produce petróleo exclusivamente en la región amazónica, en la selva tropical, que es muy sensible en términos de medio ambiente. Producimos 500.000 barriles por día y quemamos aproximadamente 100 millones de pies cúbicos diarios. Lo que queremos es evitar efectos en el medio ambiente y tener efectos económicos favorables para desarrollar la zona en la que producen petróleo.
What's the importance of reducing gas flaring in Ecuador?
Es muy importante porque estamos desperdiciando, en primer lugar, un producto que puede generar electricidad limpia, y en segundo lugar, porque los recursos que genera el gas, generando electricidad, pueden ser invertidos en la zona en proyectos sustentables para las comunidades del Oriente.
Looking ahead, what's the path from here on? How will you implement your policy?
Bueno, comenzamos con el proyecto de Petroamazonas, en que no solamente vamos a ahorrar 75 millones de dólares por año, sino que vamos a generar electricidad en aproximadamente 75 megavatios, lo cual significa que la producción petrolera va a ser generada con autoenergía o autogeneración.
Berend, you're the guy on the ground charged with implementing the policy. What's the detail?
One thing is to have a project on paper, and the other thing is actually getting it done. Getting it done has two main implications. One is the technical side. There's technical hurdles to overcome to take associated gas to get it to generate power. It's a very unreliable source, associated gas, both in terms of quantity and quality. So how do you make a stable product from an unstable raw material? So we as Petroamazonas have put in a lot of effort to develop technological solutions together with OEMs, and I think we've been very successful. We've really driven them to the extreme to come up with technical solutions. That's the one side. The other issue is the project structure. How do I finance a project like this? And we've been very innovative on that as well. I think we are one of the very first companies whereby we have signed contracts with OEMs whereby part of the payment is actually done through the carbon credits. So they get paid some in cash, but a big percentage of the payment is also done through carbon credits. That way we make them responsible with us to make sure that the technology works. So we're actually transferring the technological risk to the OEM. And then the third part that is very important to our project is how do we get our stakeholders involved in the project? We think as Petroamazonas that we are not working on an island. It's not just us alone. We have communities that surround us in the area that we're working in. And so the third part of the project is how do we make sure they benefit from the income from the carbon credits, and whereby our intention is to create sustainable growth for them even after the oil period, which in this case we think is the agriculture. And so we intend to use some of the income from the carbon credits to give back to the communities.
So it's a pioneering and complex project, but what's the payoff several years down the line?
The oil companies, normally they have a stigma that they get the oil out at any cost. You know, it's just the money. That's all it's all about. And we think it's not only the money. We think it has to be sustainable environmentally. It has to be sustainable for the communities. And it has to be sustainable from an economical perspective. So I think we have created a win-win situation whereby there's really no trade-off. We are environmentally improving the situation. We are improving the situation for the communities, and as the minister indicated, we are also reducing the deficit for the government by using a waste product to generate power instead of using conventional fuels like diesel for power generation.
Berend van den Berg, thank you to you and to the Minister.
Thank you very much.